From a young age, we are taught to be good, to share, to say sorry, to play fair. But the reason those lessons exist is because being quote unquote good doesn't come naturally to us. A child doesn't automatically think about fairness. They see something they want and they go for it. That's not evil, it's human nature. Parents step in to correct those instincts. Don't hit. Don't take that. Say thank you. Those are learned behaviors, not instincts. Morality is something society has to teach us so we can live together without chaos. Without those rules and reinforcement, we'd all be running on impulse, doing whatever feels good in the moment, even if it hurts someone else. As adults, we like to believe we've outgrown that selfish side, but we really haven't. We've just learned how to make it sound reasonable. We talk about fairness and kindness, but most of us apply those ideas selectively. We want people to share with us, but we don't always want to share with them. We want understanding and forgiveness, but we're not so quick to give it back. We tell ourselves we're being responsible or setting boundaries, but often we're just protecting what we have. The child who didn't want to give up their toys becomes the adult who doesn't want to give up control, time, or comfort. It's the same impulse, just grown up and socially accepted. Human curiosity has always been self-centered. We want to know what's going on in other people's lives, but we don't want anyone digging into ours. We want to know how much someone makes, who they're dating, where they go, or how they live. Yet, we guard our own details. We scroll through people's posts and analyze their choices, but keep our own accounts private. It's a one-way curiosity. That comes from an old survival instinct. Knowing what others have gives us a sense of where we stand. But in modern life, that instinct often shows up as comparison, envy, or control. We tell ourselves we're just quote unquote curious, but we usually want to measure ourselves against someone else. We like having information. We just don't like being the one exposed. Most people say they value honesty, but they mean they want other people to be honest. We demand openness from others, but we stay guarded about our own lives. We want people to tell us the truth, but only if it doesn't make us feel uncomfortable or cost us anything. We'll say, I like real people, but the moment someone asks us something personal, we shut down. It's a double standard. We want transparency from others, but privacy for ourselves. This isn't always malicious, it's fear. People fear judgment, embarrassment, or losing control of how they're seen. So we end up creating this uneven exchange. We want to see everyone else clearly, but we don't want to be seen clearly in return. When we get caught doing something wrong, lying, being rude, or acting selfish, our instinct is to explain it away. We say things like, that's not me, or I didn't mean it that way. What we really mean is, that's not how I want to be seen. Psychologists call this cognitive dissonance, when our behavior clashes with the image we have of ourselves. It's uncomfortable to think of ourselves as the quote-unquote bad guy, so we try to fix the story instead of the behavior. We make excuses like, I was just tired, or anyone would have done the same thing. It's a way of protecting our self-image. Admitting, yeah, I messed up, takes honesty that many people avoid because it threatens the idea that they're a good person. Carl Jung describes something called the shadow self. He believed that every person carries a darker side within them, the part that holds all the thoughts, impulses, and feelings we reject or deny. It's the version of us that wants power, attention, revenge, or control, even when we pretend we don't. Most people spend their lives trying to hide that part, both from others and from themselves. But Jung argued that pretending the shadow doesn't exist doesn't make it disappear. It just makes it stronger. The more we repress it, the more it leaks out in subtle ways. Sarcasm, jealousy, manipulation, or pride. We often build our sense of being quote unquote good by comparison. We say things like, I'm not perfect, but I'm better than that. It's an easy way to maintain a positive self-image without real self-reflection. Sometimes we even use kindness as a form of currency. Doing nice things for others not purely out of goodwill, but because it gives us leverage for later. We might not admit it, but a lot of helping comes from quiet expectations. It's like building social credit. Being nice so that you can collect on it later. This kind of conditional goodness keeps people comfortable because it still serves self-interest while looking generous on the surface. Everyone has selfish impulses. That's part of being human. What actually defines someone's character is whether they're aware of those impulses and how they manage them. Some people act kind only when it benefits them. Others act kind because it's the right thing to do, even when no one notices. Jung's view of human nature fits here. People don't become balanced by denying their darker side, but by understanding it and keeping it in check. When we stop pretending our motives are always pure, we can start being more intentional about how we treat others. Recognizing these patterns doesn't make you cynical, it makes you aware. The more you understand your own motives, even the selfish ones, the easier it becomes to make choices that are genuine instead of calculated. That's where integrity actually starts. Not in being perfect, but in being honest about what drives you.